Northeast Mall presents Holiday 95. Over 1.
The 1990s gifted us with great fashion trends,
Shopping pleasure awaits.
Mariah Carey, the Backstreet Boys, Google,
Point, click.
But how does it work?
All you need is a computer and a regular phone line.
the list goes on.
No matter what.
However, I don't think we give enough credit to the horror films that helped define this decade.
Films such as Silence of the Lamb and Cape Fear are just two defining films that helped shape the decade.
The previous decade introduced us to a variety of horror icons such as Chucky, Jason, and Freddy Krueger.
Although those films will forever haunt my dreams, none of those can compare to 1992's Candyman.
The haunting spirit of the same name stood out to me the most. Candyman didn't need to be a haunted doll, a man with a hockey mask, or a disfigured killer. All that was needed to make him appear daunting was the fact that he existed. His velvet voice and menacing presence made him stand out even more. A scene that stood out the most to me was when Helen, the protagonist, was alone in an empty car park. Suddenly we hear a menacing voice call her name and Candyman appears behind her. The composition of this entire scene paint the idea of both race and sexuality, as Helen, the vulnerable white woman, was alone with a menacing black man. As Candyman starts to approach Helen, we see flashes of light as she becomes disoriented. I understand this to symbolize the mental and physical effects of being preyed on. This automatically made me associate Helen's attack with sexual violence. Though Candyman didn't physically violate her, a mature audience will still be able to make those connections. Fast forward 30 years later, Jordan Peele and Nia DaCosta's 2021 sequel goes about this film in a completely different way.
Candyman, 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 Candyman.
Don't say that.
This time we follow Anthony McCoy, a black protagonist who is searching for inspiration when he's exposed to the tales of Candyman.
The urban legend is, if you say his name 5 times while looking in the mirror, he appears in the reflection and kills you.
The film was also more progressive than its predecessor, as it featured a loving same-sex couple who were prevalent throughout the film. Troy Cartwright and his partner Grady played a very important role in the film's underlying message. The directors wanted to be very inclusive by showing a same-sex, interracial couple that was supporting characters in a black horror film. I also appreciate the fact that the creators included a key character from the original film. Without spoiling, Vanessa Estelle Williams, who played Anne-Marie in the original, had a vital role in presenting a shocking reveal towards the end of this film. When discovering who Anthony is to Marie, we then learn why Anthony's character is important to the story. At the end of the horror film, we expect to see the cliché ending of the lone surviving female being consoled with a blanket draped around her. However, DaCosta used this opportunity to bring forth another social issue. Without spoiling again, we get a glimpse of police brutality as 2 key black characters are shot on sight as police enter the abandoned building. We then see Brianna, Anthony's girlfriend, being manhandled into the back of a police car, where she is forced to confess to crimes she didn't commit. Overall, I think this was a great film. The directors did a phenomenal job picking up the story where the previous one had left off. I always admired how Jordan Peele touches on American social and political topics even in his previous films. I'm Jaden Rivers reporting for M&G Media.